Happy Thursday, y'all. There's a girl, one of my sisters from church, she's always saying that. Y'all, so cute. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I know many of you are probably rushing, getting last minute stuff, grocery shopping, prepping in the kitchen, cleaning the house, all over the place, right? I'm here to remind you, take a break. Stop, chill, relax, and take a break for yourself. You're going to do a lot. You're going to probably host a dinner if you are, and you're the one cooking and hosting and got to clean and everything. Take a break. Take this as a sign to take a break. Okay? How you guys like my shirt? My birthday just passed, and I got this t-shirt. And I don't know how she even knew. God, thank you. I have wanted a shirt. It was different than this, but it had the same meaning behind it. It says relationship over religion, which is what this shirt says. But I couldn't afford that shirt that I wanted. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I want a shirt. And I opened up my gift from this person, and she got me 2 t-shirts. They're both nice. And when I saw this one, I'm like, oh gosh, how does she know? I wanted a shirt like this. Like, this is my go-to saying. Relationship over religion. We ain't got no relationship with God, no relationship with Jesus. What are you doing? Nothing. You're just part of a religion, which is the whole point. But anywho, I want to remind you guys to take it easy coming tomorrow. If you're the one prepping everything, take a break. Okay? Take a break. Everything's going to be okay. All right? Food is going to get done. People are going to eat. Everybody's going to have a good time. This is a time to be together as a family, not to be working like you're like at a job site. You know? If you have to take a break, that's it. Just take a break. If you have to ask for help, ask for help. If you need to eliminate a dish, eliminate a dish. Do what makes you happy. Okay? Because we tend to do so much for other people. Like, look, my birthday just passed. Anyway, we tend to do a lot. I always want to offer to do things, and for my birthday, I kind of like fell back a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? Let me take a break. Because I'm always wanting, like right now, we're going to get together for with my family for Thanksgiving. I'm going to make the tres leches cake. And then in my mind, I'm like, oh, I should try this new recipe for mac and cheese. And I was going to make that too. And I'm like, no, like, take it easy, girl. Just do the cake, take a chill pill. You're all right. So I just did the tres leches. I'm going to bake the cake. I made the mac and cheese already for my house. Sometimes we tend to do so much and we just overwhelm ourselves, and we shouldn't. We should always do things that are going to still keep us, level-headed. God wants us level-headed, organized, in peace, right? Not all over the place. So take that break, okay? If you're by yourself this holiday season, I already spoke about this about my last video. You're special too. So make some time, and not make some time, but take the time and do something for yourself. If you like to go cook, make yourself your favorite dish. Do not sit there in sorrow and sadness because you're by yourself. If somebody invites you to their home, then go to their home. Try not to stay home alone if you don't have to. But if you truly are alone, then make the best of it. I hope everybody enjoys their holiday for sure. I wanted to talk about secular music and movies, because everybody's always asking that question. Like when I'm on lives and stuff, oh, can I listen to this? Do I have to stop listening to this? Can I watch this? Can I watch that? This is my opinion, what helps me, and what convictions I had. Just because I'm going to say what I'm telling you guys doesn't mean that you have to go ahead and do it, okay? This is what happened to me. This is what works for me. And this is what God convicted me about. So God convicted me gave me conviction on listening to Bad Bunny. Specifically his Un Verano Sin Ti album, which was the album that came out during the summer 2022. I listened to that album a lot, and I listened to it. I was listening to it because it was a party album, and that was the music I was listening to. I love it. I loved it, and it was a hit, that album. But I started feeling bad about listening to it, or wrong about listening to this album. And I'm like, what the heezy's going on here? This was an album that me and my kids were dancing around to. I put it on to cook and do all this stuff, right? And then I just started feeling bad. Like, I started listening to the words more. That's where it started from. I started listening to his lyrics and the words and the cursing he was doing. I'm like, wow, like, what's happening here, you know? This was after a while, because I was listening to this album all day, every day. And it was like, after listening to it for some time, obviously my journey with God is what made me listen to this with different ears. So I started listening to the words and I wasn't liking it. And then my kids were dancing around and I'm like, wow, should I really be listening to this music with my kids around? And they're like dancing around and they don't even know what they're dancing to, right? So it wasn't until I got water baptized that I played Bad Bunny again, and my kids started repeating the words to the song, and I'm like, oh no, we can't be doing this. I still didn't stop though, because I loved the album so much. My flesh wanted to listen to that album. And God wasn't letting it go. He still made me feel bad. Like, every time I tried to enjoy this album, and there was other songs I was listening to too, because I'm Puerto Rican, so I listen to Spanish, I listen to reggaeton, and I was listening to all this music to get my mood better, to like be in the mood to start cooking, cleaning, whatever I needed to do. I wanted the music on, right? And I was listening to music that I used to listen to, and it wasn't doing the same for me anymore because I was different. My journey had began with God, and when you start your journey with God, he starts purifying your heart, and he starts removing things from the world that you shouldn't indulge in anymore. So, I was still listening to the songs, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I knew I shouldn't be, right? I was feeling bad. So then my kids started repeating these songs from Bad Bunny, and I'm like, oh gosh, I can't do this. I kept playing it. And it wasn't until what time my son specifically repeated a certain lyric in his song, in his album, that kids shouldn't even be saying, let alone listen. And I'm like, we're not doing this no more. Like, I was done. I stopped listening to it. I told them, no more Bad Bunny in the house. And it was a little adjustment for them because they used to always want to listen to Bad Bunny. They were like, Mommy, can we listen to Bad Bunny? And I always put it on for them. And then they would ask them, like, no, we're not listening to Bad Bunny. No more. And eventually I started playing my worship music all day, every day. So now they dance around listening to that. And then church helps because they have their ministry. So they play music for them. And they come home singing certain songs. So when I listen to the song that they're listening to play, when I hear a song that they're singing at home, I play that one on the radio. Oh, my daughter, I play a lot of worship music here. This is all I listen to now here. Again, I just want to remind you, just because I had this conviction doesn't mean you have to right away and stop listening to this. No, I'm going to go out with my family tomorrow. We're going to all be together. We're going to be listening to salsa, all this music. I'm going to still enjoy it. That doesn't mean that you have to sit there with your ears covered like, oh my goodness, we shouldn't be listening to it. No, take a chill pill, chill. It's mind over matter. And at the end of the day, you don't want to listen to things. I stopped listening to that because it didn't have good lyrics. It was talking about stuff that we don't need in our mind. And my kids didn't need to be repeating that stuff. So I had to stop listening to it. Yeah, I'll come across it. There's like, if I'm outside, somebody's driving by and I hear the Bad Bunny playing, automatically I'm going to be like, shaking my head because I like the song. It's the lyrics that bother me. But like the instruments and the beats I like, but it's just the lyrics that is like, nah, I can't do this. But don't get me wrong, if they're playing it somewhere else, of course, I'm not going to be like, nah, change that. No, I'm just going to sit there and be cool about it. Now I know better. Obviously, you don't want to listen to things that are going to seep in your head, in your mind, and make you think about things that you shouldn't be thinking about, or give you the urge to do things that you shouldn't do. That's the whole point about what you watch and what you see. If you know that these things are going to influence you in a bad way, then you shouldn't do it. You should make changes. People are always asking, can I watch drama movies? Can I watch this? Listen, at the end of the day, pray for discernment so God could let you know what to do and what not to do. Pray to God. What are the things that I do that you want me to stop? And he will tell you when you start feeling bad about certain things, or mostly when you start feeling bad, that's God trying to tell you, like, he's telling you, this is what I want you to stop doing. And you have to stop doing it. You don't have to stop doing these things, but it's best that you do, because it's The enemy is going to creep in any shape, way, or form to try to corrupt your mind. So the better things you're singing and saying, the better, you know? So, you know, just pray to God and ask him, what are the things that I do that you would like me to stop? What are the things that pretty much show me the things, God, Lord, that you would like me to change, and he will show you, all right? So take it easy. You don't want to be watching nothing that's, listen, for me, I don't watch horror movies. I don't watch anything with violence, like extreme violence, because to be honest, I watch very little that has to do with violence. To be honest, probably nothing. I try not to watch things like that. Yeah, maybe I'll start watching a series that has some violence in it, but I tend to like, I can't do it right now. For me, those are my convictions. I can't watch anything with violence, anything with cursing, anything with you know what type of activities in it. I just like, if it's not a positive, it's not about, it has to be positive. It has to be something I could watch around my kids. If I can't watch it around my kids, I'm not going to do it. You know? Now I'm not like, oh my goodness. I don't push these things on other people. So if other people are doing it, so be it, great. If I'm there while they're doing it, great. I'll be there. I'm not going to sit here and be all awkward or make other people feel awkward. No. At the end of the day, let people be. Let people have their journey with God. Let people learn on their own. You feel this way, then fine. If they ask you, like, oh, I don't do this because of this, you know, but you shouldn't be like, well, I'm doing it, so you shouldn't do it either. No, we ain't got time for that. Anywho, this is going to be a short video because my kids get out early today. I'm going to leave you with a verse, which is, I would like you guys to read Proverbs 31, 10 through 31. Especially for the women, that's a very good verse for you to read. You know what? Let me go read it for you guys. I'll end it with that. Then, before I start the verse, the song I want to leave you guys with is called, a song recommendation is Speak the Name by Koryn, Hawthorne. And her first name is spelled Koryn, last name Hawthorne. And the other song that's been my favorite right now is No One Like the Lord by Bethel Music and Jenn Johnson. Bethel, Bethel Music. That song, oh my goodness, I love playing it. It's like the best. So I'm going to read you, I was talking to the women from my little group, and we came across Proverbs 31, which I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about it too. And I read it because I'm like, oh, I never read it. Well, I have read it, actually, with my Bible study. But when I read it yesterday, I'm like, wow, that's a really nice verse right there. I mean, it's more than just one verse, but it's Proverbs. Okay. Let's get it together, girl. All right, let's see. We're almost there. Proverbs 31. And it starts from verse 10. So Proverbs 31, verse 10, it begins. And I'm only going to read a little bit. And it says here, a wife, a noble character who could find. She is worth more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it's still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sees that her trading is profitable, and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hand to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. My favorite color is purple. God, I wore this hat. God, he's so intentional. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them. She supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. Us women, we're amazing. And we do so much for our families, for our loved one. So that's it for that. Look, I even got one of my sisters from church gave my kids a little Jesus. Oh, he's so cute. He's over here chilling. But please have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Always remind yourself that you are loved, you are special, you are not under anybody. And just, when it comes to tomorrow, make the best of it, okay? Chill with people. Even if they may get under your nerve, oh well, be Jesus-like. Always think, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Jesus would be cool, calm, and collective, okay? We always got to be kind to people. Just because they may not be kind to us doesn't give us the right to be rude to them. You see somebody treating you some certain way, take a mental note, and now you know for the future. Anywho, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who is celebrating tomorrow. Be safe. Again, don't make this a job. Do this with love and take your breaks when it's needed, okay? When dinner's ready, all right? I love you guys all so much. Make sure to listen to those songs I recommended to you. And YouTube has a lot of songs too. You put in there Worship 2024, it's going to play all those songs. I love you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for all of you. Thanks to every single person that comes across my videos. I appreciate all of you. And remember, relationship over religion, okay? Love you. Happy Thanksgiving all. Bye.